Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the month of December using a monthly overview kit from Sweet Kawaii Design. While I am setting up my planner, I wanted to talk about Christmas traditions, ones that I grew up with and ones that I want to implement into my family now. I know that growing up, I really cherished all of the traditions that my family had, especially once I realized that not all kids have these traditions. So I feel like it's really important for me to give my boys traditions, and the great thing is that traditions can start at any time. So especially once my boys get a little older, I will come up with new ways to make the holidays special for them. One of my favorite traditions growing up was that my mom would always buy my brother and I, and then later on my sister as well, she would buy each of us our own ornament. And I remember being around 10 and thinking how cool it was that we had all of these years of ornaments. And for the first 10 years, it was just my brother and I, so my mom would always get the girl and the boy version of the same ornament. Since I have two boys, my challenge is finding an ornament for each of them. My mom would always get Hallmark ornaments, and I've noticed over the past few years that they haven't had the same types of ornaments that came in a boy and girl version. The only one that they do over and over is a snowman. So when I was younger, it was like a cat cheerleader and a dog football player, or a girl and a boy dinosaur. And to me, the best part was it had the year on each ornament, so we could look back and see all of the ornaments through the years. But what I've been trying to do with my boys is find an ornament that either reminds me of them or an accomplishment of that year. So for instance, this year I have this little ornament that has a Crayola playground. So the playground is made out of crayons, and it has a slide that the snowman is sliding down, and there's a little bear on a swing. And this reminds me of PJ because he conquered his fear of the slide. And not only that, but he's obsessed with the playground now and is always asking to go. So I loved that ornament for him. And for Benny, I kind of went with his Halloween costume, which is something I did with PJ when he was that age. And I kind of added on to that tradition by also getting an ornament to put their picture in every year. Once my brother and I started going to college, my mom kind of stopped doing that tradition, and I pretty much took over. Every year I've been giving my brother and sister an ornament, and once I had PJ, I started giving my parents ornaments that had to do with being grandparents. And on top of all that, I always get the milestone ornaments, like when we got married, when we bought our first house, when we moved, when my husband made chief. For this year, I bought a special ornament for our new house. That is probably one of my favorite traditions because it makes the tree so much more interesting to look at, and it's just our tree full of memories. Another thing that I have started in my family is advent calendars. I didn't grow up with advent calendars, but I always loved the idea. And I'm thinking that this is going to be the first year where PJ actually might be able to grasp the idea of an advent calendar. My aunt just gave him a advent calendar filled with the little chocolates, and I also ordered one of the Mickey Mouse ones, so I think he'll be excited to get a little toy every day. Another tradition that started after PJ was born was that we all got matching family pajamas, and this includes my parents and my siblings. I ordered shirts that had similar but different patterns and different animals, but they all kind of coordinated, and every shirt had their name according to who they were to PJ, so grandma or uncle, auntie, and mine was mommy. So we've all been wearing our shirts every year, and we just wear whatever plaid bottoms that we want. And then last year I had another shirt made for Benny, and the only shirts I really have to either redo or reorder are PJs and Benny's as they get older. But this year we all bought Mickey Mouse pajamas. I don't know if we're gonna wear our shirts with the pants or just wear the Mickey Mouse ones, but we wear the pajamas on Christmas Eve, watch Christmas movies all day long, and usually Christmas morning is when we open all of the presents. So the past few years, my parents and my siblings flew to South Carolina to spend Christmas with us, but now we live in the same state, the same area, and I don't know if we are going to wait until the morning to open presents or just do it on Christmas Eve. We will be driving to my grandparents' house on Christmas, so I don't know if that's going to make us want to open presents a little earlier, but all I know is that we are celebrating Christmas Eve at my house. I know a lot of people do Elf on the Shelf, and I was really tempted to start doing it this year, but I don't know if I want to just yet. I know that PJ probably would be able to understand it, but I don't know if I have the drive or the energy to do it this year. I know that my husband thinks it's really silly and doesn't think it's a good idea, so I'm still kind of debating. I don't know how long I could keep doing it. I'm thinking maybe just doing 10 days before Christmas. I haven't read the book or anything, so I don't know what exactly the rules are, but I don't know, maybe I'll come up with our own special elf that doesn't come with the book and make something else up, but I don't think I will be starting this year. I'm still not sure if I want to go all out with this whole Santa thing. When my sister was young, I really wanted to have this Santa happen for her because when I was younger, my parents didn't really care about the Santa thing, and I wanted to believe so badly in Santa that I would think that I was not good enough every year, which is really sad to say, but I really wanted my sister to have a different experience. So I went all out with the idea of Santa. We did the cookies and the milk and the snacks, and then I would always make sure that my mom had a gift from Santa that was usually one of her top gifts that she wanted, and I was so insistent on making this happen, but I remember when she found out, she was really devastated. So now I'm just stuck in the middle, not sure what I want to do. My kids are still young enough that I don't have to decide right now, but I'm really interested to know what you guys are doing for Christmas, what traditions you have, what traditions you started with your own family, and do you guys think Elf on the Shelf and Santa and all of that is a good idea? Let me know in the comments. I quickly want to go over all of the events happening in December. On the 9th is my grandpa's 90th birthday, and we are celebrating that on the 7th. And then on the 8th, I have 3 birthdays: my niece, my nephew, and my friend. Then of course Christmas and Christmas Eve. And on the 30th is my brother's birthday. And I also marked New Year's Eve. But something I just realized that I forgot to mark was mine and my husband's wedding anniversary. We will be celebrating 7 years on December 18th. And it's funny because I picked out a kit to use during that week, but somehow forgot to mark it in my monthly overview. But I will definitely be fixing that as soon as I can. That is all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.